we were talking about censorship in social media, and this is way more important, I think. This is something that Donald Trump was having some remarks about censorship. I think this is the clip. I'm going to play it so we go along.
If we don't have free speech, then we just don't have a free country. It's as simple as that. If this most fundamental right is allowed to perish, then the rest of our rights and liberties will topple just like dominoes, one by one. They'll go down. That's why today I'm announcing my plan to shatter the left-wing censorship regime and to reclaim the right to free speech for all Americans. And reclaim is a very important word in this case.
I would like to know how this is going to work with platforms like Facebook. Is it that you're going to tell them, hey, you can just allow whatever your users want to share, want to say, their political opinions? Maybe I could at some point consider coming back to Facebook if that is enforced, but I still I don't see how these people, Zuckerberg, would have the means to monitor all that. He would not be comfortable. He would not be comfortable, even if the government tells him, hey, you can just let people express themselves. I don't think that he's going to do it, because he ultimately, the censorship also helps you have command of the app, command of the platform, control what people say, so you don't get into trouble. Because that is what Elon has done on X. He has gotten into trouble all these countries, such as Brazil, in the sense that they wanted to censor the app and wanted to pressure Elon into doing this, and he said no. And well, he had Disney grade attorneys, so that helps. I don't think that Zuckerberg wants to go through that burden.
Because they've taken it away. In recent weeks, bombshell reports have confirmed that a sinister group of deep state bureaucrats, Silicon Valley tyrants, left-wing activists, and depraved corporate news media have been conspiring to manipulate and silence the American people. They have collaborated to suppress vital information on everything from elections to public health. The censorship cartel must be dismantled and destroyed, and it must happen immediately. And here's my plan. First, within hours of my inauguration, I will sign an executive order banning any federal department or agency from colluding with any organization, business, or person to censor, limit, categorize, or impede the lawful speech of American citizens.
Imagine the outrage of that. No three-letter agency will be able to censor or intervene or claim that this is misinformation. No, that it would be this would be massive. I think it was Robert F. Kennedy Jr. who said that this only grants Donald Trump Mount Rushmore status.
I will then ban federal money from being used to label domestic speech as mis- or disinformation. And I will begin the process of identifying and firing every federal bureaucrat who has engaged in domestic censorship, directly or indirectly, whether they are the Department of Homeland Security, the Department of Health, Human Services, the FBI, the DOJ, no matter who they are. Second, I will order the Department of Justice to investigate all parties involved in the new online censorship regime, which is absolutely destructive and terrible, and to aggressively prosecute any and all crimes identified. These include possible violations of federal civil rights law, campaign finance laws, federal election law, securities law, and antitrust laws, the Hatch Act, and a host of other potential criminal, civil, regulatory, and constitutional offenses.
The outreach of this is massive, but this is not simple that you will be able to say whatever you want on Facebook or X or Snapchat or whatever. This is something that will rattle all these system to its very core if it's implemented this way. It's going to be massive.
To assist in these efforts, I am urging House Republicans to immediately send preservation letters, and we have to do this right now, to the Biden administration, the Biden campaign, and every Silicon Valley tech giant, ordering them not to destroy evidence of censorship. Third, upon my inauguration,
They're putting the CDs in the microwave and turning it on.
as president, I will ask Congress to send a bill to my desk revising Section 230 to get big online platforms out of censorship business. From now on, digital platforms should only qualify for immunity protection under Section 230 if they meet high standards of neutrality, transparency, fairness, and non-discrimination. We should require these platforms to increase their efforts to take down unlawful content such as child exploitation and promoting terrorism, while dramatically curtailing their power to arbitrarily restrict lawful speech.
That. Tell me if that is not common sense. Now, it would be interesting. We were talking about debate. It would be interesting if someone could debate against this. What is the argument against this? What are the cons of what Trump is proposing? Then anybody will be able to spread mis and disinformation. Well, for example, X has community notes, and when people can correct information and give you actual information or actual resources or the actual links that prove or disprove what someone is saying. Maybe someone with 10 followers says something outrageous, nobody pays attention, but someone with 1 million followers says it, then you're going to have more eyes onto them and have maybe community notes on Facebook so you can be corrected and notice that whatever you're saying, maybe pro-Kamala or pro-Biden or against Donald Trump or against Tulsi Gabbard, I don't know, is going to be corrected. It's going to be community noted. That could be an option.
Fourth, we need to break up the entire toxic censorship industry that has arisen under the false guise of tackling so-called mis- and disinformation. The federal government should immediately stop funding all nonprofits and academic programs that support this authoritarian project. If any U.S. university is discovered to have engaged in censorship activities or election interferences in the past, such as flagging social media content for removal of blacklisting, those universities should lose federal research dollars and federal student loan support for a period of 5 years and maybe more.
That's also what's going on, that you see all this actual research being done, people that want to express their ideas and express the results of their research, and no, you have this throttling of new ideas and new research because optics, and you cannot say that, and this is gonna be just massive. I mean, when it comes down to information, Trump is essentially removing the judges of what is dis and misinformation. Like, this should not exist. You should be able to, as long as it is approved, as long as maybe you have the right to free speech, right? And talk about your research and talk about your opinions. And yes, maybe you can claim that the earth is flat or that we did not land on the moon. Okay, that's okay. People are going to fact check you either way. But this is going to, I don't know what's going to be bigger. If the big food thing or big pharma thing or big censorship thing or all three at the same time, it's going to be massive.
We should also enact new laws laying out clear criminal penalties for federal bureaucrats who partner with private entities to do an end run around the Constitution and deprive Americans of their First, Fourth, and Fifth Amendment rights. In other words, deprive them of their vote. And once you lose those elections, and once you lose your borders like we have, you no longer have a country. Furthermore, to confront the problems of major platforms being infiltrated by legions of former deep staters and intelligence officials, there should be a 7-year cooling off period before any employee of the FBI, CIA, NSA, DNI, DHS, or DOD is allowed to take a job at a company possessing vast quantities of U.S. user data.
Imagine that. That is so massive that there's essentially dismantling. You will be able to just message people freely.
Fifth, the time has finally come for Congress to pass a digital Bill of Rights. This should include a right to digital due process. In other words, government officials should need a court order to take down online content, not send information requests such as the FBI was sending to Twitter. Furthermore, when users of big online platforms have their content or accounts removed, throttled, shadow banned, or otherwise restricted, no matter what name they use, they should have the right to be informed that it's happening, the right to a specific explanation.
Thank you. It's like I got my Facebook page suspended with any possibility of appeal. I want to know why. No, there's no explanation. I don't deserve any explanation according to Facebook. Well, F you, Facebook. It's as simple as that.
Of the reason why and the right to a timely appeal. In addition, all users over the age of 18 should have the right to opt out of content moderation and curation entirely and receive an unmanipulated stream of information if they so choose. The fight for free speech is a matter of victory or death for America and for the survival of Western civilization itself. When I am president, this whole rotten system of censorship and information control will be ripped out of the system at large. There won't be anything left. By restoring free speech, we'll begin to reclaim our democracy and save our nation. Thank you, and God bless America.
Oh, imagine that. We were talking about censorship. We were talking about this people, for example, CNN or MSNBC pushing, or The View, pushing for more censorship, pushing for control of the media. Hillary Clinton said that it has to be controlled in some way. There has to be more controls, and Trump is going to blow all that up. What do you think about this? I would like to know. This is something that can leave anybody speechless. This is something, and this is just sneak 'em here.